Hi everybody, welcome back to Facebook here, and some more questions that you've been asking along the way. As you can see, I haven't been changing my shirt because we're doing these in segments and I only have so much time. So I have another question here that was asked of me, and it was, if you could have dinner with anybody in the world, alive or dead, who would it be and why? I can't answer that as to one person, so maybe I'm going to choose ones that actually come to my mind very quickly. So for someone who would be alive, I sure would like to have dinner with Barbra Streisand. I think she's had a fantastic career, and I'd like to also have dinner with Stephen Sondheim, because I think he's a brilliant writer and composer, and I'm sure he's got quite a few stories behind the scenes as well to his own life. But both people I hold in high regard for their musical abilities and what they've done along the way. If it was someone who is deceased, it would be, I think, recently I would have to say Freddie Mercury and Robin Williams. One, I would be, again, as a singer, and seeing his life story was extremely touching. And I have to say as well, Elton John in Rocket Man, although he's still alive, and lives in north of Toronto, is interesting enough. But I think they have had some outstanding stories in life, and I'm a great listener, and I love to hear about people's stories. Those, of course, are people in the industry, and then, of course, I said Robin Williams because I just think he is absolutely brilliant. I love comedy, and he always continued to make me laugh anytime I ever saw an episode of him. And I have to say, my favorite was probably with him and Carol Burnett, another woman I would love to have had dinner with, doing the funeral scene. And if you ever wonder what that's like, I go onto YouTube and have a little listen. It's absolutely hilarious. And see Robin when he was young and in his formative years in the Carol Burnett show. I'd also like to meet Jesus and just ask him why. Anyway, I'll have that chance soon enough, I'm sure. Well, hopefully not too soon. Okay, the other one, if you could sing or perform with any artist or musician, who would it be and why? I think some of the ones I've already answered. As a female artist, Whitney Houston, I would have loved to have had an opportunity to have met, and I mean, I'm picking greats, but that is an amazing icon from the 80s, and she was tremendously influential in my own singing development. She had one of the most beautiful, incredible voices, and I would have loved to have actually had an opportunity there, as well as I think stylistically I did listen to a lot of Streisand. Cole Wilkinson, another beautiful voice that was the Phantom for many years in Canada, and in Toronto he was the Phantom for almost 11 years, and was the feature in Les Mis when it first came out as well. Another brilliant singer. So those would be a couple of singers along the way. Oh, I have to say, as a musician, I would have loved to have been in Liberace's show. I would have been Big Bird. And he would have bedazzled that outfit with all kinds of beautiful rhinestones. And I was Big Bird, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I did play Big Bird in my singing telegram days. It was my second gig ever, and I was running around the backyard for a kids' party, 30 minutes, thought I was on Broadway, and my pathway to Broadway. Anyway, one of the first things you have to do with Big Bird is scope out your environment. Being 6'6", I should have taken more time to do that. I did not. I ran into a tree because the head got stuck in the tree, and I ended up on my back lying there with a little 2-year-old crying, saying, "Mommy, this isn't Big Bird. This is a person." Of course, I had to say, "Shut up, kid, let's keep going." So then the Carrots, of course, were enjoying that so much, and they had a jumping bag, so they put me in the jumping bag to get in there, filming the whole thing, I have to say. And the Big Bird socks weren't long enough, so the little rings around the bottom of my legs kept bopping up and down as I was going on. So all you saw was hairy legs and then Big Bird, hairy legs, Big Bird. It was a visual that not too many people get an opportunity to see, but there you are. Those are some of the more things that I had to pay the bills by doing kids' parties, and Big Bird being one of those memorable ones. All right, what else do we have here? Is there one thing that you are really bad at that would surprise people? Throwing a ball. I can't throw a ball. I guess you would say actually there's a lot of girls that could throw better than I can. But yes, if I threw a ball straight to the camera, it would end up over there. So I consider throwing a ball pretty bad. Football I have a little bit more more success with, but no, that would be one of them. Let me see, let me just do one more. If you were given the superpower of your choice, what is it and why would you choose that one? Oh, the gift of spreading joy. I think that would be the great superpower. In the world that we live in today, I think that would be so nice to be able to share those gifts. And I guess in my own way, in my career, and doing what I'm doing, and learning what I'm doing, and developing along the way, both musically and comedically, I think that would be the greatest thing. Of course, we can't heal the world, but we can certainly spread joy wherever we go, because there's lessons in everything that we learn. So that would be my choice for a superpower along the way, because if I was able to do that for others, I certainly would have that within. So that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you choose to do. We'll see you again. We'll see you back here and tomorrow. Cheers.